Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, my new Dominique Cosmetics The Moment palette came in the mail. Their shipping was super fast, super quick. I think this was released on Friday. Yeah, it is Tuesday and I received it this morning, which is awesome. I love that. Absolutely perfect. And now I get to play around with this eyeshadow palette for you guys. So if you want to see what I think about this palette, the two eye looks I create, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so The Moment palette by Dominique Cosmetics retails for $49 and it is available at dominiquecosmetics.com. I went ahead and purchased it on the day of the launch. Today is Tuesday and it got to me today, which is awesome. I absolutely love how quick the shipping was. I'm gonna be honest, this is not a color story that I'm attracted to. Even though I do enjoy blues, I kind of feel like every time I wear them, they make me look like a clown. I was not scared, but when I saw this, I was actually excited, which is odd because I don't get excited for palettes that have blue shades in it. I mean, look at the packaging. It definitely reminds me of pool summer, you know, and there she is. So I definitely feel like it pulls more on the like blue teal side because it does have a tiny bit of green in there. I feel like this shade and some browns, of course. Okay, so I'm going to read from the website. It says here, cheers to you. Pour a glass of something sparkly, turn up your favorite playlist, and open up the life of the party palette. Why it's unique. Let the moment inspire you to step into the spotlight and embrace the journey. Letting go is the key to happiness. So the one thing I do enjoy from Dominique Cosmetics is that she always has little sayings like right in the mirror. And this one, it says, letting go is the key to happiness. All right, so we are going to do two eye look swatches. And why don't I go ahead and bring you on in closer so we can get started with look number one. All right, guys, let's get started with this look number one. I did forget to mention that this has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in the USA, but it was assembled in the Dominican Republic. All right, so the first shade I'm jumping into is going to be Essential right here. And I'm going to very lightly dip into this shade. This is a soft blend 3-0. And I'm going to use that on my crease. We are going to dip into the blues today. I am going to bring a tiny bit of that in my lower lash line. It's pretty windy here today, so if you hear noise, that's probably what it is. I want this shade to look really washed out. Okay, this is what that gorgeous shade looks like. Now I'm going to I want to dip into a shimmer shade because I want to show you guys that you can use shimmer shades like you would a matte. So I think I'm going to dip into the Nero, which is this pretty olivey green shade. And I'm using a Morphe and Ariel A29. Hopefully this works. It's like a flat, fluffy brush. I don't own too much from Dominique Cosmetics, but the products that I do own, I really enjoy. I think I'm gonna do a halo eye. So I'm gonna start here in the inner corner. Oh, by the way, you probably should do your eyes first and then your base. I should have done that. But this brush picked the shade up fairly decent, so that's nice. Yeah, I just recently started dipping into the brand. Coral Blossom is the first ever product I purchased, and I do enjoy that palette. In case you didn't know, Dominique Cosmetics makes her pans and her eyeshadow palettes extra big, just in case you want to dip like a face brush and use that shade on your face, which I thought was really nice. that shade's looking beautiful. Okay, now this one's going to go in the outer corner. And I'm kind of using tapping motions first and then blending softly because I don't want a ton of fallout. But do you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, this is what things are looking like. Fallout, I don't really see any, which is awesome. All right, now this is a Refer number 13. By the way, Refer is having a special right now, 40% off. So go ahead and check them out. Life of the Party, I think, is the shade that I'm dipping into. Wish me good luck. All right, and I'm going to put the shade right in here. Blending it in with that shade. That looks pretty. And right in the outer corner in the center. This combo is totally giving me mermaid vibes. But these shades are working beautifully. Fallout is like close to none. All right, now with a Refer 03, hopefully this works. I'm going to jump into La Noche, which looks like it's a matte that has sparkle in it. Maybe it's like a matte sheeny type. I think it's a matte. Okay, well, I'm going to try and create just the smallest little wing on the outer corner. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. And a tiny bit like on the lash line. I'm also going to bring a tiny bit of it down here. Okay, and now for the middle part, I think I'm going to jump into Mesmerized, but I'm very lightly going to dip into it. I feel like it's almost like a duochrome. I think I'm going to swipe. Yeah. So it's not like super opaque where I put it. And it just looks like a kind of like a sheen type. It definitely has like shifts of green, I feel like. That's actually blending well with those shades. And I'm also going to add this in the inner corner. Okay, now with a fluffy brush, I'm going to jump in to Embrace. And I'm just going to run it on the edges. It's not going to blend too much because it's shimmers, but I just wanted to see like I can brighten up just a tiny bit. Okay, this is what we're looking like. I did jump into the Coral Blossom palette from Dominique Cosmetics and went into the shade Mariposa, which is meant to be like a satin shimmer in the palette, and you can also use it as a highlight, but I used that for the inner corner. I'm going to put on some mascara, lashes, all the good stuff, and show you the final look. All right, guys, and here is the finished look. What do we think? I'm totally getting like mermaid vibes, right? I totally am, and I am living for it. For the lips, I do have two of Dominique Cosmetics products. It's a lip liner in shade Nudie, and then this lipstick in Gallarita. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then I did go in the center and kind of smudged it in a MAC Cosmetics. This is one of their matte formulas, like the cushiony matte. This is in shade Honey Love. I love this. For the eyes, I went in with a NYX eyeliner in shade White, and I did go in to these other Creme Shop lashes. I cut one of them in half and used them in the outer corner. And then I went in to the Coral Blossom palette. Like I said, I used that Mariposa shade for the inner corner, which is like a shimmery shade that she pretty much created so that you can use it on your eyes and as highlight if you wanted to. So I did also highlight my face with it and my brow bone. And I did go in to this shade right here, which is Self-Worth. I already had blush. I didn't need any more blush, but I forgot I had this palette and it's multi-purpose. So I went ahead and applied a tiny bit as blush, but I feel like it's definitely complementing the blue in the eye look very, very well. I am super happy with this eye look. It's not exactly what I pictured, but it still looks beautiful and I would totally wear this out. All right, let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. And after that, we'll do some swatches. Okay, let's get started on the second eye look. This is a Morphe and Ariel A11, and I'm going to jump into Elevated. Going to use this on the outer corner, kind of like a transition shade, but I'm barely dipping into it and I'm really blending it out. I just don't want to start with the other one because we started with that one for look number 1. Blending out beautifully. All right, I am going to bring it on the lower lash line and I'm going to wing it out as well. You guys already know I like my looks winged out. This is what this looks like so far. I am trying to use a little bit of natural lighting today. All right, this is a Sigma E40, and now I'm going to jump into this beautiful green, which is called Stepping Out. Hopefully it's dark enough. I'm going to use it here in the outer corner and the crease. It seems to be building up well. I am going to bring it on the lower lash line, but only about halfway. Okay, this is what that looks like. I did go in to Embrace just a tiny bit with that A11 and kind of diffused that transition shade. It was looking a tiny bit too dark. All right, now I'm going to jump into After Hours and I'm gonna try and put a little bit of Midnight Haze in there just because I really want to use this blue, but I don't know how it's gonna go. All right, this is going to go right here in the middle. It's so pretty. And then with the index finger, Midnight Haze, and I'm literally barely dipping it because I'm scared it's going to ruin this look. Just because it's a blue that, it's a specific blue, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to mix another shade on top of it, but it's a beautiful color. With that same finger, I am going to dig in to Mesmerized, and I'm going to lightly tap this one on top of the blue, just so like it's not blue blue. I don't know. See what it looks like. All right, so this is what we got so far. I'm going to put on some lashes, mascara, all that good stuff. I did go in to La Noche, which is that like matte shimmery shade, and just created a small little outer wing with that shadow. And then I did dip in to the Coral Blossom with that Mariposa shade for the inner corner. I will probably use that as highlight as well in my brow bone, but this is what it looks like so far, so I will be back. All right, guys, and here is the finished eye look. I did go into House of Lashes. It's part of the classic collection in Siren. I used one lash, cut it in half, and used it for the outer corners. I think it looks okay. I did use my ColourPop liner in Cantaloupe. It's like the nudie shade. And for the lips, I have the same combo that I did for the first eye look with the nudie Dominique Cosmetics lip liner, her lipstick in Calladita, and then in the middle, the MAC, what is this, Honey Love, and just kind of blended it with my finger. Same thing with the highlighter. I did not go in with more blush because I feel like with blue, it's already bold enough as it is in the eyes. So I didn't feel it needed the extra added boldness with The cheeks, I feel like that's what makes it go over that line where it looks clowny-ish. Yeah, here it is. I think this is a okay eye look. It's not my favorite, but it's kind of a biased opinion because I have said that blue eyeshadow I just feel does not go well with like my face, my tone. I don't know. There's not too many blue eye looks that I like. All right, so let me scoot on out, show you swatches, and then we can end this review. All right, guys, and here are the swatches for the palette. This is the top row, and this is the bottom row. This shimmer here is pretty smooth. It feels very soft to the touch. This is actually a duochrome, and it's the first duochrome that she has put in any of her palettes. I think she did a pretty good job. It does feel very nice. It feels like a chunky type of formula, but not in a bad way. The mattes felt beautiful except for the black one. It does feel a tiny bit drying. These two shimmers, this one here is that chunky type, but the dry chunky type. So I definitely feel like you can get a lot of fallout with this one, which I did get, and I had to sweep it away. And then this one also feels pretty dry. I don't know if it's because of the shade, but it definitely feels a lot more dry than this one does. Here they are. They did swatch pretty decently. This very light shade swatched nice. Now, of course, that is going over 2 or 3 times. Most of my swatches, I do that. I don't do like a one swipe swatch just because I really want you to see the true color of it. But here they are. I think she did a good job with this color story. It's definitely different, and not too many palettes with color stories like these are being released right now. So I think she does have that going for her when it comes to this palette. All right, guys, so we created 2 eye looks, we did some swatches, and now comes my thoughts on this palette and whether I would recommend it. So I feel like it performed very good. The mattes, beautiful, nice and buttery soft. She does have one duochrome in there, which is awesome. It's a first for her brand, I do believe. So I'm pretty ecstatic because I did truly enjoy that one shade. The only negative I would say is that this has to be a color story that you are attracted to. If you are not attracted to these kinds of colors, I don't know how much you're going to use this palette. But performance wise and quality wise, I think she did a really good job. For me, the blue and the black in the palette are probably the shades that I will use the least. Everything else I truly enjoyed. That blue, yeah, I keep looking at the viewfinder and I feel like I'm this close from looking like a clown. All I need is the red lipstick and I'm there. But that's just my personal preference. Some people love those kinds of blue tones. Their turquoise one, I think it is beautiful. It's stunning. I'm actually excited to play with them a tiny bit more. So if these are your kinds of colors and you are attracted to these kinds of colors, especially those blues, then I think you would absolutely love this palette. And I do feel like the price point is decent. You get pretty big pans in the palette, so that has it going for it. The packaging is beautiful. I don't know if I enjoy the plastic, and then the background, this is a sticker, so if that's a big deal to you, then you know, but to me it's not. I do enjoy the aesthetics of it. I just wish it wasn't plastic. All right, well, I think that is it. I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to include in this review. The 2 eye looks, some swatches, and my thoughts. All right. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys have no idea. With that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.